guys, welcome back to the farm. We have still been hatching, and last two have been quite unsuccessful. This is our second one. Our third one is going to be up here, and that's about in a week and a half. But it's time to get these guys out. Let's check them out and see what happened. All right, so we had 6 out. We got 2 that aren't doing too well here. We may have to take care of those guys. We don't want them to suffer. So not sure what's happened. We've got a lot of these that haven't even pipped yet. Pretty disappointing. That one started but didn't make it. So we're gonna get these 4 that are doing okay. You can see they got some shell stuck to them still, but that kind of grows out as they get older. So we'll take these guys out to the brooder and we'll see how they're doing here. All right, so here's the 6 from the hatch last week. I'm gonna take these 4 and dip their beaks so they know where the water is at. Those 6 are doing good. Not sure what was happening. My humidity was getting messed up, but very frustrating. And of course we had people, or still have, I don't know, looking forward to getting some ducks. And so that was frustrating, but these guys with the shell stuck to them, they kind of grow out. Sometimes once they're a little older, if that shell's still stuck to them, I'll kind of get them wet and get that shell off. But first 6 are doing okay. These 4 are doing okay. We put the other 2 down. Not sure why they couldn't get up on their feet, but you never want anything to suffer. So only 4 this time. Real frustrating. When we do break open those eggs, there's always a duck in it. So I don't know if my humidity is getting wrong. I'm gonna have to buy another humidity checker and actually place it inside just to see where my humidity is at. So first hatch was real successful. We can check those guys out really quick. Then these last 2 have not been as great, but the first time I had talked to someone, and the first time we did the ducks just by themselves. This time we had multiple hatches going, and they said it's okay if you turn up that humidity on the 3 days when they're in lockdown and then bring it back down for the next batch to come. So I don't know if that's what was messing it up. I'm not too sure, but it's been pretty disappointing. But I guess that's how things go. We'll learn from it, fix it, and try to do better the next time. But first group of ducks is out here. We've still just been running them in this chicken tractor, move them every day. About ready to let them out and just free range a little during the day. But look how big these guys. Obviously they've been swimming. Everybody's soaked. They look like a young kid that did something they weren't supposed to, and they think they're gonna get in trouble. But these guys are getting real big, so really happy with this batch. And this was the first one we hatched out. So I was expecting the same kind of numbers, and we just haven't got there this far. So like I said, frustrating, and really frustrating too, because people have been waiting for these ducks and excited to help them get started with ducks, but it just hasn't worked out that well. So I guess that's how hatching goes sometimes. You just never know what you're gonna get. So been pretty frustrating. But today's project, we've got those chickens still in the garage. I have to get them out today. We've been building another Chickshaw, and we're just about done. So I'm thinking we've got a good chance to actually finish up the project today. But here it is. We've got the Chickshaw. Normally this is Justin Rhodes' build. Normally it's a 6x6. This one we went 8 feet long on the side just because we got about 40 birds. His plans says it can have 39 birds in it. So we made this one just a little bit bigger. It is heavy, but I think it'll be all right. We got those new wheels on it. Found those on Amazon. We'll put a link to those in the description. They're about 15 bucks a piece, but they're a never flat wheel. They work out nice. We've got our roosting bars. That's really not gonna block much, but whatever. So we're gonna get going on that today. Really all I have left is run some roof bars. We don't ever do a hinged roof because we never lift up the roof to get in there. So we'll run some roof supports. We'll get the plastic put on, get the wire around the sides, and I think that is it. So we should be able to get them outside today. Let's get started on this, because we've got a lot of other projects to work on. Alright guys, well we just went with this plastic corrugated stuff for the roof. Just got an eye and hook latch for the door. I was going to use the white corrugated stuff for the roof or the sides as well, but I went with this red metal that we've got laying around. Figured we might as well use it. Did the same on the back. And we've got one more piece for this side. After that, all we got left is the handle. And this thing is very heavy, but with the wheels, it rolls pretty easy. So we'll get that other side on, put the handle on, and we are ready to put chickens in it. Well, I don't love it, but I think I'm gonna try this. It's a lower handle. I was gonna put a bar across the middle there to lift, but then it's kind of like in the way when they come out the door. So I'm just gonna try this for now. You can always change things if you don't like them, but finally we got this thing done. So I like the metal on the sides. We'll get the nest boxes in there, but this is ready for chickens, so we're gonna get it out. We've got to sneak through this mess, and then we'll all these birds over here, we've got about 40 something. It's hard to count chickens once you got this many. These guys are gonna be coming out of the brooder, and we're gonna start rotating them around in that chickshaw. You can see why we built it a little bit bigger. There's quite a few chickens in here. So we'll have some fun catching all these birds. I'll recruit Brooklyn, maybe Isaiah, if he depends on what he's doing. We'll get these chickens put in there, and I'll probably just start it right over here, keep them close. I think I have one extra chicken net that we can run them around in. So let's get that chickshaw wheeled out, and we'll start loading some birds in it. Then we can get the whiting true blues out of the garage, clean out that brooder, and have them outside. It's just a vicious cycle. So let's get going. Well, it's definitely heavy. I'm hoping not to move that all the way across the farm. After just a little bit of pulling, I did add that cross brace on there. Not the best handle, but it'll work for now. But definitely heavy, hard to move. So you may not want to build something this big out of this rough cut lumber, which is heavy, but I'm excited about it. My plan is just move it a spot at a time and not move it all the way across the farm. So I do have Brooklyn here, and we are going to gather those chickens. We got to put up a fence around this. We'll get these chickens out, and we'll get the whiting true blues out of the brooder. So let's get our fence put up, and then we'll grab those chickens. All right, fence is up. Got the first chicken. Let's cue the chicken catching music. This is gonna take a while. Well, that took longer than I thought, like most things around here. But it's time. These guys are ready to get out. They've been flying up on the side of the brooder. So let's get them in our blue tote and let's carry them out to the grass and watch the shock as they experience some green grass for the first time. Okay, these are the whiting true blues. Whenever you carry them in the tub, they all just hunker right down, but wanted to show you, like, some of these guys look like they have polka dots. They've got different black spots on them. Just a cool, these white ones have brown up around their necks. We got a black one here. So pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they're gonna look like once they get older. I'm sure they're sick of being shown like zoo animals, so let's put them on this grass. Don't expect them to move too much because they always seem to be kind of in shock when they get put on the grass for the first time. Pretty cool. Two of these are Welsumer roosters. We got some Welsumer roosters to go with our hens. So two of these are roosters. I'm pretty sure that one right there is a Welsumer rooster, and then there's one more. I can't really tell the whiting true blue roosters yet, except maybe that one right there is kind of getting a big taller comb than the rest, so that might be one of the roosters. But finally we've got the other Chickshaw built, so we were able to get these guys out of the indoor brooder to the outdoor brooder. Those guys will probably have to figure out and put them in there tonight because they're not sure that that's their new house. I'm positive we'll have to come out here and put these guys in the brooder. Got their new bedding down, got this all cleaned out nice for them. Probably got way too much, but that's okay. We'll use it as compost later. But finally got them out, guys. Finally got the Chickshaw done. Scratching a couple things off the list, but there's always more added to the list. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you on the next video.